A girl lures men to a cupcake in exchange for food in the world of the zombie apocalypse. Hello everyone, Kino Jack is on the line, and this is a short retelling of the third and fourth episodes of the zombie TV series Nation Z. If you suddenly accidentally got to this video, then I strongly recommend watching the beginning of this zombie story at the link in the description. And you old people have only 500 likes and I'm releasing a sequel. Enjoy watching. The episode begins with a flashback. We see a bit of Cassandra's past. At one time, she was a member of a group in Philadelphia in which she posed as a prostitute, luring surviving men into trailers with the promise of sex only to help rob them and add to the group's cannibalistic food supplies. In the present, she is traveling with Roberta and Charles to Philadelphia. They find a truck with a Liberty Bell attached to the back, and when they open the door to steal it, a zombie jumps out. After the sniper quickly neutralizes the threat, the group appropriates the truck and drives off with the Freedom Bell, but is quickly distracted when the truck swerves to avoid a zombie attack. The bell falls and kills several zombies. Back at the Northern Light listening post, Simon cooks a steak for his new pet. He mentions that he has a huge supply of food there, including several types of steak. In Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia cannibals are gathered at a table to eat when one of the family members returns and informs his leader Tobies that Cassandra has been found. Meanwhile, the team finishes the last food found, mostly Twinkies. They decide to split up and look for food and some kind of antenna with which Addie can contact Citizen Z. Audie and Mac find a police cruiser with a working radio and eventually kill the zombie policeman along with his detainee. Doc, Sniper and Cassandra talk about pornography while guarding the satellite dish, and Cassandra runs away when she realizes that her family has found her. They decide to kidnap Audie, hoping that the group will be ready to make the desired exchange. Citizen Z manages to connect to the police radio in time and hear how Audie is being abducted, and then pass this information to Mac on his return so that he does not think that she was bitten. Mac takes the camera from Audie and hastily retreats, as they are attacked by new zombies. Tobias tells Audie not to be afraid and plays a creepy melody on a small organ, and then offers her meat of unknown origin. ADI says that she is not hungry and does not want to join their group, and then two other girls take her away for new clothes. The team confronts Cassandra because Audie's camera shows that one of her kidnappers was Travis of the refinery, which means Cassandra is involved. She cracks up and tells them about Tobies, the leader of the family, and describes them as something worse than zombies. They are cannibals. They don't eat the dead, because the corpses are infected with the zombie virus Zen1. They capture living people and slowly cut off their flesh. The group decides to go and rescue Audie, while at the house in Upper Darby, the family sits down to a table that is now known to be a pretty creepy dinner. While Audie gives an impossible ultimatum, the rest of her group pulls up, and Charles confronts Tobies after he signals a sniper to kill a member of Burnt's family. Finally, Cassandra approaches and offers herself as a prisoner exchange on Ada. Back at the truck, the team gathers to discuss what to do next and whether they should go back and rescue Cassandra. They call Citizen Z on the police radio and ask him to turn on the music. They then put their plan into action by sending Doc to impersonate a man named John who is interested in having sex with Cassandra. When Cassandra is sent to the trailer with him, he tells her to follow his example. When the family hears the approach of the team, music sounds, and Doc and Cassandra pretend to have sex, making moans. The distraction is triggered. Cassandra and Doc manage to kill one of the guards, and she stunned Tobies in the mouth. A group heading west breaks into the Upper Darby camp, where there is a cluster of zombies, and saves Cassandra and Doc. Toby Asby systematically tries to hide in a room where food supplies are stored, and when zombies take over the camp, they detain him and predetermine his somewhat ironic fate. The team leaves Philadelphia unharmed, listening to the music played for them by Citizen Z. Audie and Cassandra seem to have established a close bond through shared experiences, which somewhat worries Mac. The survivors end up in Pennsylvania, Holland, where several zombies are killed. The team is arguing about how the Z virus spread. One says it's possible from birds. The sniper tells the team that he had to kill his own father, whom he calls Ono. As they all move forward, it becomes alarming when they are being chased by some other group in a beat-up Volkswagen Beetle. Soon after, they encounter a group of zombies who are actually survivors disguised as zombies. People masquerading as zombies pull out weapons and say they want to take the truck. They leave on it, and the team remains with the Beetle in poor condition. Citizen Z tells US who died and who is who, and it turns out that he is in love with Ada. When the team catches up with their robbers, they discover that they are already being robbed by a family consisting of 4 people. When a family shoots down a gang that pretended to be zombies, the team is left on the sidelines, again left without their jeep. When they find this family dead, the team decides they really need to get out of this road. Returning to the listening station in the north, Citizen Z does not lose hope, as he finally hears a command speaking through a camera in a gas station. Citizen Z identifies Murphy, and the team asks about alternative modes of transportation. Citizen Z informs them of the potential location of the helicopter. The team is sent to the Emergency Infection Control Headquarters. Everyone is dead there except the soldier, and when they claim they have important information about the Z virus, he says they need medication. Then the sentry takes all the OxyContin that Doc had, swallows it and then takes them to the speakerphone to contact the general in the building. It turns out that the general has become mentally unstable. Charles decides to use this to his advantage and tells the general that the doctor can help. When Doc enters the house, he discovers that the general has a terrible bite. Then Doc tells the general that he will die soon and very soon. Angered by his comment, the general throws him into a ventilation shaft, as he had done earlier with another doctor. But Doc doesn't die right away. He gets hooked on some cables along with a zombie, which is also hooked. Back at the audition center, Audie and Citizen Z chat on Facebook, where she flirts with him. But it turns out that he uses her Facebook page and just writes to himself. Meanwhile, back at the center, the team hears Doc's screams in the ventilation shaft and enters the building with a security guard. Doc, in turn, prefers to get stoned with zombies. In the flashback, the sniper agrees to pardon his father when he dies, which will happen any minute. Returning to the present, the sniper kills another zombie. Meanwhile, in the elevator shaft, Doc and the zombies get high on marijuana, and Doc tells them that he has a child somewhere in the world. Meanwhile, in the general's office, the general seems to have completely lost his mind. In the elevator, Murphy has a panic attack and rushes to the exit, but the team does not have time to stop him when the elevator door closes. When the door opens on the next floor, they come out to go in search of him. Meanwhile, Cassandra, Audie and Mac are attacked by a zombie, which they kill. In the ventilation shaft, Doc finds something sharp and kills the zombie he got stoned with. Murphy hears his screams, but doesn't help him. The team kills a bunch of zombies and then reunites just in time when a giant zombie appears, gets into a fight and is dumped into a mine with a live grenade attached to it right to the Doc, allegedly killing him. Everyone mourns Doc, and then quickly goes in search of a helicopter. They meet a general who directs a rocket launcher at them, which turns out to be faulty. He quickly agrees to help them. The helicopter has no blades and is not in the best condition at all, and the general admits that he is infected. Then he is overtaken by zombies, as a result of which he falls from the roof. The team returns to the truck. Everyone is shocked that a zombie Doc is approaching them, and Roberta wants to shoot him. Fortunately, she misses, and it turns out that Doc survived the explosion. At the listening station, Citizen Z continues Suddy's imaginary conversation and sings another song for her. She hears him and is confused. And finally, in the memories of the sniper's childhood, we see how he still kills his father.